Ahoy, Morning Breathers. Welcome to Wednesday's edition of Morning Breath. I am the skipper.
Hello, Skipper. Ahoy, Skipper.
Ahoy to you, boss man Matt. I feel like I'm out of not where I'm supposed to be.
Well, how do
Can't
you...
tell Nikki G.
Yeah.
That looks good right there, doesn't it? I was off just a skosh.
Well, it's Wednesday.
That's
what are you going to do?
normal, though.
It's just normal Wednesday. Just
Wednesday.
off a skosh.
Just off a skosh.
Plus, it's cold and it snowed. And
Yeah, we got a little skiff of snow.
a little skiff. Some places got a little more. I saw that Iowa 511, the road map thing. Tama County looked like they were 100% covered, the roads.
They weren't ready for it, huh?
Apparently not. I don't think we got what they got.
We did not get what they have. I don't even have any snow on my sidewalk.
We don't out here. I do at home, but not much. I may not even mess with it.
I don't think I'm going to. Yeah. Ahoy, Nikki G.
Ahoy, Skipper.
Producer Nikki G. It's Wednesday. And
No. It's Wednesday.
it's Wednesday, and I'm trying to think
It's
of.
hump day.
Yeah, it's a good day. I've been battling a cold, but I feel so much better this morning.
Well, that's good.
I
Colds-
think I about got her nipped.
Colds suck. They just kind of run you down, but they
Well-
don't lay you out. And
I'm stupid because
okay.
I was on a pretty good regimen that at least I told myself it was keeping me from ever getting sick. I was
Right.
taking, the three things that you're supposed to take all the time is vitamin C,
Well,
a little vitamin D,
yeah,
a little zinc.
yeah.
And I was doing that pretty good, but then I thought, summertime, how am I going to get sick? And then like exercising, I didn't pick it back up.
Right.
again.
Yeah, it's so easy to follow those habits.
Yeah.
So my cousin, who I was roommates with for a brief time in college, and same age as me, good friend, still a great friend, right? But my cousin. But when we were in college, he was convinced that vitamin C could cure anything. If you had strep throat, if you had pink eye, if you had cancer, it didn't matter, vitamin C. So his way to get vitamin C was take frozen concentrated orange juice and just eat it with a spoon. But he would only do it after he was sick. And he'd be laying in his bed, and it's a bunk bed, and he'd like hack something up, and he'd take a little bite of his frozen concentrated orange juice, and he'd lean over the bed and he'd spit. And it's just like, dude, let's not do that. But he was convinced that frozen concentrated orange juice was the cure to everything.
Well, I can't argue, but I think it takes more.
Well, I can tell you, it did not cure.
not always
It
work.
did not always work.
It still ran its course with your cousin.
It's like, yeah, eat frozen concentrated orange juice and wait 7 days, and you'll feel better.
I'm over it already.
Exactly.
However, my friend didn't take any concentrated orange juice and was better in,
In 6 days.
oddly enough, 7 days.
7 days.
So I finally found some medicine that worked, and I slept pretty good last night.
Good. Nikki G told me this morning he didn't sleep very well last night.
Is that why you were here so early this morning?
Probably.
Jeez. I don't know when you got here.
Right at 7 o'clock.
Okay. Well, sometimes you're a little later.
Yeah.
He's kind of a 7:04 guy
7:04.
ish.
Somewhere in there.
Well, nobody's going to get there as early as you or Kim.
No, well, Kim comes at 3.
That's tough. I don't know. But if your body's used to it, body's used to it.
Yeah, well, I don't. Can you get used to 3 a.m.? I don't even know.
I don't think so.
I don't know.
I don't know. Would you go to bed at 6 o'clock?
She might. I know she goes to
That'd
bed
be
early.
weird.
Yeah.
That'd be your late local news then.
Went to 6 o'clock news and go to
I
bed.
stayed up till 6:30. Gonna get bed sores.
Yep.
So I read that we brought up Caitlin Clark, and every time we talk about Caitlin Clark, something good happens.
Yeah, there's a lot of Caitlin Clark stuff lately in the
I haven't
past
seen
couple days.
The only thing I saw this morning was, and I just heard it briefly, that she was named Time Magazine's Female Athlete of the Year, or just Athlete of the Year.
Good question. Time Athlete of the Year.
Athlete of the Year.
Yeah.
And they probably waited until the report came out from the professor that told how much impact she had.
So yeah, she's Time Athlete of the Year. She just had a trading card that sold for like $240,000.
Really?
Yeah, And there's also, she's now been invited to a Chiefs game to set with Taylor Swift.
Oh, holy smokes! I didn't know that.
That's like that's the headline.
So
Time magazine, nothing. She gets to set with Taylor Swift.
Yeah. And Taylor Swift's going to have some time on her hands here pretty soon.
She's done with her Eras tour.
So I've been watching some of the Chiefs games because I have family that's really big Chiefs fans, and I like to make fun of them. So I watch some of that game. They don't seem like the TV doesn't seem like they're cutting to the booth very often, or she's not there.
Well, I don't know for sure. I think she goes to a lot of games. I don't know if she goes to all.
She
the
did
games.
last year, and it became like
the whole. The TV was more on her than the game.
Yeah,
but yeah. So anyway, I don't know.
How does one get an invite?
You have to be Caitlin Clark. I don't think you qualify.
Well, perhaps Taylor Swift should tune in.
Should tune into Morning Breath.
Can we invite her to tune in? To Morning Breath?
So we don't normally do guests, but I think we would make an exception if
we can. I mean, she could call in first.
We could figure out a Zoom.
Get along
to see if we're compatible. She may not be a good fit.
I'm certain that her and I probably don't have the same taste in music. I'm fairly certain. So I'd have to do some research.
Yeah. Well, I can't help you with that one.
Well, how many songs of Taylor Swift do you know? I don't know that I know that many. I've probably heard a lot, but I don't know the names of them.
I would know the names if I heard them. I can't just rattle them off the top of my head, though.
It's like somebody once told me, you're a big Beatles fan, right? Everybody likes the Beatles.
Yeah, no.
Maybe not a big Beatles fan, but you don't like the Beatles?
I do, but not everybody does.
Most people do. And
yes.
Those that if you ask them to name 8 songs,
they couldn't do it.
It's very difficult.
Yeah, so did we talk about this last week? So one of the other podcasts I listened to, there was a Beatles tribute band that was going to be in Des Moines, and they were going to it. So they were talking about it.
Did we talk about this, Nikki G?
I don't think we did.
Anyway, the whole point is that they were talking about it, and everybody knows this, but you don't think about it. The Beatles only existed as a band for like 4 years or 5 years, and that's it. I mean, they did all the catalog of songs, they did all of those in like a 5-year.
Isn't that amazing?
It is amazing. It is absolutely amazing. So as a band, they were only together about 5 years, 4, 5, 6, whatever. But
it was not that long.
No.
63, maybe they started.
Yeah.
It was closer to 10. Was it early 70s?
Yeah, I don't know. But
it
really wasn't very long, though.
No, you're correct.
Yeah, Jimmy wants to know, wait a minute, would we have Caitlin before me or Ray? Would Taylor invite Caitlin? Yes, Jimmy, she did.
Well,
so
you've been on the show.
No, I think he's talking about Taylor inviting Caitlin to the Chiefs game before invited.
Oh.
And Jimmy, yes. You're just going to have to deal with that.
Yeah, I agree. Ahoy, Cindy.
Jeff, Denise, a few others are around.
See, I only just have a little thing.
I know.
So you get to see it.
I think my mom showed up there. Can't remember.
So Caitlin is just being Caitlin.
Just being
She'll
Caitlin.
be at a Chiefs game. I can't think.
Yeah.
We talked about the football, so there's not much to talk about there. The playoffs, haven't we? We did that already.
Yeah, a little bit. So here's So we were talking about universes colliding the other day and how fast universes are going and all that kind of stuff.
We're moving right along.
Yeah. So this isn't how fast the universe is moving, but if you were to travel at the speed of light,
that'd be Mach 1.
Okay. No, isn't that sound?
Oh yeah, speed of sound. I'm sorry.
Speed of light. How long would it take to get to the moon at the speed of light?
Half an hour.
1.3 seconds to get to the moon.
That's moving right along.
How long would it take to get to the sun?
Well, that's a long ways away. Is it minutes or hours?
Minutes.
No kidding.
8.3 minutes.
Ooh.
To get to the sun at the speed of light.
Could one travel that fast and not
die? Yeah, I don't know. But to get out of the Milky Way, how long do you think that would take?
Let's see, it was 8.3 minutes to get to the sun?
Yes.
I'm going to say double that. 15 minutes.
2,000 years.
Oh, good Lord.
And to get
hang on.
Yeah, exactly.
This is what's so weird about this.
I know. It's enormous.
No idea Milky Way was that big.
So to get to the edge of the observable universe,
How do they know?
90 billion years at the speed of light. We are such specks.
We are just a nothing.
Such specks in the whole thing.
Wow.
Now, I will say this. This was like on a meme that I saw on Facebook, so I can't verify its accuracy, but I believed it. So, but speed of light, 1.3 seconds to the moon, and 90 billion years to get out of the universe, the observable universe.
That's how do they even know where it is? They just have to estimate that because we haven't been around 90 billion years.
Well, how do you look out 2,000 years even to the edge of the Milky Way?
Yeah.
Weird.
I am completely mystified by astrology and the universe, and
Yeah.
I cannot. My brain cannot grasp all that's there.
The enormity of it. If it takes that long, I mean that. Yeah, it just I kind of went the opposite. Instead of how big it is, I think of how small we are compared to all that, right?
When you've heard the statement that there's more stars in the sky than there are grains of sand.
Yeah, I have heard
There's
that.
a lot of god darn sand on this earth.
There is a lot of stars.
Lots.
Well, if it,
I mean, just count the pebbles in a handful.
yeah,
Sand in a handful.
yeah,
Well, that's going to take a year.
yeah. 2,000 years at the speed of light. That's not even just like 60 miles an hour down a
Moving
highway.
right along.
Yeah, we ain't getting out of the universe or out of the Milky Way.
And they say that the universe is expanding.
Yeah, yeah.
It's I don't know where we're going.
we're just getting
Isn't it gonna
fatter. We're just all getting fatter.
Aren't you going to hit a wall somewhere?
At some point, it's like, hey, you got to stop. I don't.
Where does it end?
Well, it doesn't. I think that's the point. It never ends.
So really, they don't know if. Say that again. 9 billion. 90 billion years
to get out of the observable universe.
To get out of the observable universe.
But 2,000 just to get out of the Milky Way.
Gosh, that's a long time. You don't seem to be as impressed as I am with that, Mickey G.
I don't know.
Okay. That's very incomprehensible to me.
Yeah. Again, I can't verify this accuracy, but I bought it. So
I can't argue. Yeah. I'm not gonna argue it.
no. Sandy wants to know: would you rather receive a homemade Christmas gift or a store-bought one from family?
Well, is the Christmas gift that's homemade, is it edible?
That'd be a big thing.
Edible, I'd take.
Oh yes.
I would certainly take the homemade. And even I would take anything. Honestly,
Yeah,
that probably came from somebody's heart.
If the family's giving you something, you take it. But generally speaking, except for food, I'd want store-bought because I know what I want. And it's like, whatever. But if I got my brother-in-law is a really good woodworker and he makes stuff all the time and it's really nice.
Really?
Yeah.
Like
I can't nail a nail into a piece of board straight. So if he wants to do it, great.
You're so 2010.
You don't know. I got a garage full of tools, and some of them I don't even know what they do. But I got them
But because you got a gift card.
because I got something.
Somebody said you needed that.
I have a Dremel that I thought was going to be cool, and I don't think I've ever used it.
I got one of those sitting in a case.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever used it. But I got one.
Yeah,
Damn
well,
it.
You know, if you ever need it, you've got
I
it.
got it.
I just had a thought too. God dang it.
Mom says she doesn't want to go on any long trips right now. I think to the edge of the universe that'd be considered a long trip.
How do you pack for a
I don't think you can.
2,000-year trip?
Well,
Hey, I'm going out. Got to see the edge of the Milky Way, hon. I'll be back.
I think if you're going on a 2,000-year trip, it's sweatpants. You're just gonna be comfortable. You don't need your dress clothes.
Yeah. Wear your
You
slippers
just-
and sweats.
Wear your pajamas and
Little
call it
hoodie.
good. Yep, hoodie and sweatpants.
Bring your phone and make sure you got your charger.
Is there cell service in the universe? leaving
Just satellite service.
We're going to say
satellite
yes.
service.
Doesn't Elon have stuff up there?
Yeah, but
Eventually, you're going to run out.
I was going to say, and if you're speed,
I
of
don't know.
light-
Listen, I don't even know how these things talk to each other now.
I know, but even satellites, you're going to get out of satellite distance pretty quickly. Cindy is showing us up. She has 2 Dremels and can't imagine life without them.
Really? Do you have one of those buzz saw things that vibrate back and forth, Cindy?
Oscillating tool.
Oscillating tools. Those are kind of cool.
I got one of those.
I have one of those. You got one of those, Matt?
I don't know. I got a whole thing. I haven't used them.
We need to have a show from your garage.
Yeah, well, I got to clean my garage first.
All right. So I have got to get a gift for a 21-year-old female. And I'm struggling, and I have to get it by Sunday.
Yeah,
I need some help.
I'm not going to be any help, but
I know you're not. I'm hoping somebody on the screen is. So give that some thought. Before Sunday, somebody give me an idea. Uh-oh.
Cindy, I assume she means Dremel. I use my Dremel to sand down toenails on my parents.
Oh.
They were so tough. I have
That'll
not
work good.
I had not thought of that as a Dremel use, but okay.
I mean, you go to the foot doctor, and that's what they use.
You're the podiatrist. They use a glorified Dremel.
Dremel,
They charge you for a.
who knew?
They probably put a doctor.
Hey, if it works, so it works, right?
Hey, before we go to break, I better say the Southeast Iowa Video Network is sponsored by KCTC.
Thank you, Casey.
Thanks, Casey, and all the gang over at KCTC. I can't believe it's 7:30. How does this happen?
I don't know. We just talked about nothing for 15 minutes. And
We are the epitome of Seinfeld.
kind of, you're right.
Just talk about nothing. The Morning Breath Crew. This morning we're sponsored by Hy-Vee and Hy-Vee Fast and Fresh.
Thank you, Willie.
Thanks, Willie, and all the local Hy-Vees and Hy-Vee Fast and Freshes. Nikki G, let's go to break.
Here we go.
It's a show about nothing.
Introducing Hy-Vee Market Grill, where every meal is a delight. Start your day with our mouthwatering breakfast options and savor flavorful lunches with friends and family. Cap off your day with our delectable dinners. Hy-Vee Market Grill, where every moment is delicious.
At Seafirst Credit Union, we're all about making connections, like how we connect you to that dream vacation with a savings account designed to help get you on the flight there. Connect with Seafirst today and see why together is better.
Washington County Hospital and Clinics, providing quality health care that puts you first. Whether during a hospital stay, seeing a primary care provider for wellness exams or sick visits, minor surgery to a total joint replacement, or recovering from an injury, we're here when you need us.
More than you expect for your health care. Washington County Hospital and Clinics.
Welcome back, Morning Breath. This is Ahoy.
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 We've had an interesting morning this morning, and Ray, you bring up a good point. There will be a Casey's and a come and go, battling it out at the end of the universe.
And maybe a Starbucks on the other side of the street.
Yep. And I can't think of anything else we need except McDonald's.
Yeah, McDonald's. Well,
Because
after
there's way more McDonald's than anything else.
after 90 billion, I think there's more Subways.
Did that change? It could be.
I might be wrong,
I
too.
read it in a list. It's been a while. And I don't remember.
Yeah, I might be wrong too. But anyway, after 90 billion years, you need a soda and whatever, right?
Yeah, your igloo you packed is probably
It's probably empty.
gone. You probably didn't
empty.
plan well enough. So you bring up You know how I feel about TikTok.
I do know how you feel about TikTok.
And I think this is going to prove my point.
I think it is. And that's kind of why I did it. I kind of thought maybe we could get this one through because
This proves my point. It's like we didn't need TikTok back in the day because your mom or your dad says, if your friend jumps off a bridge, you're going to do that.
You do it too.
Yeah. Well, this is TikToks that have gone wrong, or
Yes.
it definitely have the potential to go wrong.
Definitely, yes. So the Benadryl challenge.
I remember hearing about this. I didn't know that was a TikTok thing.
Well, this was under a TikTok list. I assume it's on different things, but the Benadryl challenge encourages users to take large doses of over-the-counter antihistamine to experience hallucinations. Dangerous practice that quickly gained traction among teenagers. What many participants didn't realize was the severe risk of overdose, which caused seizures, rapid heart rate, hallucinations, and even death.
Yeah, you're going to hallucinate right to your grave.
Yeah.
So
On
where do you
Benadryl.
get that much Benadryl? Do you have to go to Costco and catch it? You know, can you get the Costco brand of Benadryl or what? You got to drink a can you get it in bulk?
I can safely tell you I've never tried the Benadryl challenge, so I'm not sure how. So I'm laughing at my mom. The toenail struggle is real. Won't be long before I need that. Hang on to your Dremel, Matt. All right, well, Mom, I have a Dremel. It's never been used.
You have to get the right grit paper.
Yeah, I
you
have
know.
to do the right thing.
Don't get it too coarse. You'll take her.
Yeah.
And then cause, what do you call those, ingrowns? If you get in too deep.
Yeah,
it's a problem.
I'm not sure I'm qualified. So
don't do Benadryl.
No.
I think that's run its course, hasn't it?
Let's
hope.
I would think. Yeah. So
And this milk crate challenge, I've seen that.
Yeah.
Again, I didn't know that was TikTok. I'm not saying it's not. I just saying
hey,
I've seen it like on Instagram Reel.
Yeah, I'm not going to die on this hill. I just found this list somewhere, and so, but yeah, the milk crate challenge is the thing. But we've all done that, right? Stack a couple milk crates on, stand on top, and they tip over like almost immediately.
Yeah.
But these,
You're gonna do that
If
stuff.
you saw the videos, I mean, some of these were they do it in the pyramid, right?
Mm-hmm.
But like the middle one was what 5, 6, 7 high, and you fall off that thing and fall on top of one of those milk crates, you're gonna know it right
It's gonna
now.
leave a mark.
Yeah. Leads to spectacular falls that often result in serious injuries.
Mm-hmm.
The blackout challenge resurfaced on TikTok,
Didn't know about this one.
encouraging users to choke themselves or hold their breath until they lose consciousness. The brief euphoria caused by oxygen deprivation was marketed as a high, but the trend often had fatal consequences. Of course it did. Many participants underestimated the speed at which oxygen deprivation can lead to irreversible brain damage or death.
So were they like tying a rope around their necks or something?
I don't know. I don't know.
Can't get now. Now I'm choking to death. I passed out and can't remember. I got to take that cord off my neck. Jeez. What's an Orbeez gun challenge?
It's the little soft pellets, gel pellets.
Okay. What's an Orbeez? Is that a brand name of something?
It's a brand.
It's a brand.
It's like a gun, or is it the
No,
pellet?
they're little,
It's the pellet?
just little pellets.
You
They're
got
like
those
little
out there,
small
are
little
they
things,
small?
and you put them in water and they swill up.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Those things are cool.
Yeah,
It's
until
like
you
what's in a diaper. Same
freeze them and shoot them out of a gun.
And then it's all fun and games till somebody loses an eye. Matt.
Exactly. And then it's not fun anymore. So this one was weird to me. The NyQuil chicken challenge. I copied and pasted the wrong thing.
Yeah,
Basically,
I was going to see how you were going to do that one.
so basically, they take chicken breast or whatever and cover it and cook it in NyQuil.
Yeah.
And to bad effect.
It's really tenderizes it.
I don't know. Apparently it turns it blue, so that it's like it's a very unusual color. But also it's a medicine. Mm-hmm. So if you're going to and it's something about heating it up releases toxins. So anyway, I
remember that one too. All this stuff got started on TikTok.
on TikTok.
This is why.
What about the Tide Pod Challenge?
Oh yeah, that wasn't even on here. Weren't they eating?
Tell us
on?
about
What
that.
Tide Pod Challenge?
Tide.
The pods.
Yeah, the pods.
What do they do with those?
Pop in their mouth and eat them?
What the hell are they thinking?
That's just soap. I don't know why.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
I kind of.
Somebody did it just to outdo somebody else.
And there was a trend.
How does that get determined, Nikki?
Jeff says we had issues, and Jeff said, I believe a high school teacher said, we had issues with early TikTok challenge called Dangerous Lick. Can't describe it. Look it up, he says.
All right.
So we will do that.
The Tide Pod Challenge. How many kids died from this?
I'm not for sure.
So here's the two.
Are you on page 2?
Yeah, but I did it again. I messed up the thing. I did that.
Tell me about the tooth filling.
The tooth filing. They'd file their teeth down to get them straight. But of course, you start getting into nerves and you're taking the enamel off your teeth and you're doing the whole thing. So that's just dumb.
I know.
All of them are pretty dumb, but.
Frozen honey challenge. You freeze your bottle of honey and then you just start eating it because you can get more honey in your mouth that way, I guess.
I'd actually try this, but not to great extremes.
I like honey. Like a teaspoon?
Yeah.
It's really good.
You freeze it and like it gets chewy, it'd be all right.
But you're going to have stomach cramps, bloating, diarrhea. Because of it.
Bad things.
So
don't eat a whole jar of it.
Let's not. Come on. Quit trying to outdo yourself. Tide Pod Challenge. That one's going to be hard for me to get over.
Yeah.
Why didn't they have some Cascade throw in there for a little dessert?
Different, kind of an after dinner mint. The Cascade is a nice little after dinner soap.
Nice little powder.
Stop.
Jimmy says it's enough that soap producers now have safety lids for young kids on some of these soap things. And they do because kids were eating them. But it just kind of reminds me, there's a comedian that said this a long time ago. It's like, when you have a hairdryer and there's a tag on the hairdryer that says, do not use this in the bathtub.
Yeah, don't submerge it.
Yeah, because somebody did. Somebody somewhere said, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to wash my hair and dry at the same time.
It'd save a lot of time if I washed my hair in the shower. And then while I was using one hand to scrub my body, I could dry.
And then they got electrocuted and died. And now there's a warning on all the hair dryers.
Now we all got to have GFC everything.
Exactly.
GFCI.
Yeah.
All right. 741. Nikki G, you got your hands ready?
I'm ready.
You are ready to pull the trigger?
Yep.
I'm not.
Ray says, I do the Buddha challenge. Sit quietly with my fat belly and an ass-eating grin on my face.
I like that.
Yeah.
I like that, Ray.
The Buddha challenge. I can do the Buddha challenge.
Now we can go to break. We'll be right back.
In the heart of rural Iowa, where community matters most, the connections we make are made to last. Meet KCTC, your hometown internet, phone, and TV provider. At KCTC, we're not just about technology, we're about people. Our dedicated team are your neighbors, committed to bringing you top-tier services right where you live. We believe in giving back to the community that raised us. Experience the power of a real connection with KCTC. Join us in building a stronger, more connected Southeast Iowa.
Attention Hy-Vee shoppers, introducing Hy-Vee Perks, your ticket to exclusive savings and rewards. Access exclusive perks, prices, earn gas discounts, and unlock special deals. All this for free. Join Hy-Vee Perks today and start saving.
The Connie and Amanda team is dedicated to giving back to our community by actively engaging with our clients, businesses, and the public. When it comes to helping you find your next home, investment, or commercial space, the Connie and Amanda team is here for you.
Celebrate the season at the Mount Pleasant Festival of Lights. With over 180 dazzling light displays, it's the perfect holiday tradition for families, friends, and loved ones. Experience the magic from the comfort of your car, and on select nights, bring the kids to meet Santa himself. Don't miss this enchanting event that brings holiday spirit to life. For directions, dates, times, and ticket info, head to oldthreshers.com. The Mount Pleasant Festival of Lights, where holiday magic comes to life.
Welcome back. Welcome back. I don't know. I just happened to look up. So Cindy, I wonder, does your Dremel have variable speed, or is it on or off? I don't know.
I don't
They have
know.
different Dremels, don't they, that have variable speed?
Yeah.
I don't know.
And wait a minute. Well, that's not.
That's why on Gorilla Glue it says not to use it as a hairspray. Someone tried. All these warnings is because somebody did it once.
That would be a mess.
So every warning that you see, it's because somebody did it once.
It was some woman that put it in her hair, then she had to go through a whole surgery process and everything.
Wait, you just shave her head.
Yeah.
Oh, it got on her scalp.
Yeah, I mean, it was everywhere.
Oh, she.
But I'll bet it.
And people
but
were feeling bad for her
She
and
was looking
everything.
like this. She went in like this.
But I'll bet it worked. I'll bet her hair didn't move.
I bet so.
So I got to tell you a quick story before we get to set for the day. And I know we're already late. But Ray, our friend Ray, 34 years ago, we were in college. And he come knocking on my door one morning, 7 a.m. or so. And he was in bad shape. He was really sick. He'd been sick for a few days. And he wasn't functioning well at all.
And he came to you.
And he came down. He lived on the third floor, and I lived on the second floor in the dorms. And he knocked on my door, and he says, "You got to take me to the hospital." And it was a little hard to figure it out what he was even saying because he was in bad shape. Anyway, long story short, took him to the hospital. He had spinal meningitis.
Oh.
And
He was sick.
And
You weren't faking that.
No, he damn near died. And so every year on this date, he texts me and it says, "Thank you for taking me to the hospital."
It was on this day.
It is on this day. Is either this day or yesterday? I can't remember. But he just texted me last night, and
Well,
actually every year he texts me and says, "Thank you for taking me to the hospital." And I always tell him, "Well, I'm glad you're still alive."
Yeah.
So it was in bad shape. They tried to do a spinal tap. Have you ever seen somebody get a spinal tap?
I've not ever seen it. No.
So we were waiting on his parents to get
Not
there,
pretty.
and they did they were going to get ready to do a spinal tap, and I was still in the room, and there's this big freaking needle, and they're getting ready to do this, and they looked over at me and said, "You might want to leave," and I said, "Thank you."
Hell yeah, I do.
Get the hell out.
I don't might want to leave.
I don't want to see that. But anyway, so Ray, we're all glad you're still here.
We are most certainly glad you are still with us, Ray.
He was bad. He was the ICU for a week, university hospital for 2 weeks, and then local hospital for another 2 weeks.
Wow.
Yeah, it was bad. They told us he was. Anyway,
Almost went to the light.
it was a bad deal. So let's follow that up. Let's get set for the day.
Hey, let's get set for the day.
So Ray says he's glad he's alive too. Time 7:47 a.m. It is the 11th day of December.
12/11.
Yes, 12/11. So that means we're 13 days, 14 days. 14 days because it's on a Wednesday. Temperature right now at Fairfield 29, Mount Pleasant 30, and Washington 28. And kids, that's as high as it's going to get for the day. It's going to just keep falling from here. It's going to be windy. There's a little light snow. Temperature's falling. High tomorrow is only 15. But they say today high is right now and low of 7. Things to do in the Fairfield area.
It's December 11th.
It is December 11th. The Malone Dance Theater, a pre-professional company of the Iowa Dance Collective, will perform their inaugural show titled Embark at the Fairfield Arts and Convention Center on Friday at 6 p.m., followed by a reception. And Mount Pleasant, Santa will be at the Mount Pleasant Hy-Vee on Saturday. I do not have times. They did not list any times where I was looking, so you might want to check with Hy-Vee before you just show up with your kiddies, but Santa's supposed to be there Saturday.
He's just taking all day.
He might be.
He's checking out.
He might just be
He's in the checking line.
He might be. And then he can tell by your groceries whether you've been naughty or nice, depending on what you buy. So, Washington area, the Washington High School Choir and Sunrise Singers will hold a holiday concert on Thursday at the Washington High School Auditorium beginning at 7 p.m.
I'm shocked they still have the Sunrise Singers. I was in the Sunrise
Were you?
Singers. Mm-hmm.
Well, you didn't shut them down, apparently.
They made it through me.
They made it through Tim.
That was the junior high, kind of the jazzy
Is it?
show choir.
Show
kind
choir
of thing.
stuff. Well, they're still performing, and they're performing tomorrow. On this day in 1978, nearly $6 million in cash and jewels was stolen from an air cargo building on the German airline Lufthansa at JFK International Airport in New York City. At the time, the heist, as it became known, was the largest ever cash theft in the United States. And if you are a Goodfellas fan, it's a big part of that movie too. The movie Goodfellas.
I am part of that.
That's
I can't remember.
so. Yeah, they part of Goodfellas. They were part of that crime that stole that, and then everybody got nervous that everybody's going to rat, so they started killing off everybody, and that was all part of Goodfellas.
I'm going to rewatch Goodfellas.
So Ray Liotta, who's the main character, I don't think was involved in that crime, but it was part of their group.
Well, if there was something going on, the mob might as well be a part of it.
Yeah, exactly.
It was in 78.
$6 million.
Speaking of something, kind of old, I saw that the oldest tablet, it's a granite piece of tablet, it's got the 10 Commandments on it, it only has 9. It's being sold at auction. Sotheby's got it. So it was actually on somebody's walk leading up to their house. And it's 1,500 years old.
Are you being serious?
I am serious. I saw it this morning.
Wow.
And they're going to sell it. I would keep that thing forever. But I guess if you're going to get $1 or $2 million, maybe that's okay too. But
the original Moses that's
not the original. It's one of the oldest ones ever. So it's somebody else carved it.
Okay. All right. Okay. Well,
But not the original.
Well, that's pretty cool.
I mean, I don't know where that thing is, but
okay.
it was written by God, I think.
I think it was dictated by God.
Watch Moses. It's another show I have to watch every year.
Moses
with my wife.
Oh, there you go.
It's a Wonderful Life of Moses.
Well, there you go.
Okay, 750. I think this is a new record. I don't think we've ever hit 750 before.
I think we probably had 751. All right. So there's a bar. It takes me 5 minutes to walk to the bar from my house.
Okay.
It takes me 35 minutes to walk home. The difference is staggering.
It is a staggering difference for sure. Well done. Well done, Boss Man Matt.
Yeah.
Thank you all for joining. Hit the like, share, and
Like, share, follow.
Follow. I never remember what that's all right. For the longest time, I couldn't remember Spotify.
Come back tomorrow and tell your friends.
Yeah, please do. We will we'll be back with The Glorious Greta tomorrow.
Should be.
Should be. Have a great Wednesday. Until then.